the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Even without symptoms, uncontrolled blood pressure can damage your organs.
In 2026, for podiatry, diabetic eye screening, and vascular services, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center is your #1 choice for the best diabetic services at the best price. If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic or would just like to get your numbers checked, diabetes doctors, nurses, a dietitian, and a range of health professionals are available to serve you. Just call 417-0305 for the Maria Holder Diabetes Center located in Warren St. Michael, saving your life and saving you money. Board members get 10% off.
A happy Arabara Day, Q family! It's time for 15 diabetic-friendly bank holiday minutes on 100.7 QFM, all with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetes Foundation, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Peter Boyce here. Q people, how are you enjoying your Arabara bank holiday today? Are you at home reflecting, looking at a mirror image of yourself? Well, continue reflecting, but I just want to remind you that the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, is the #1 place for you to go for all of your diabetic needs.
So if you're pre-diabetic, you can go there too?
Sure, it's for diabetics and pre-diabetics.
What about if I'm not diabetic, but would like to just get a checkup and see what my numbers is?
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center can do that too. You can also get a vascular screening where if your feet might be swelling up and you feel you might have bad circulation.
That's what it is called, venous insufficiency?
Correct. You know something?
I just read Google.
At the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, you can also get an eye screening for diabetic retinopathy. Because if you're looking at a mirror image of yourself, you should make sure your eyes are in good condition. And once you are diabetic, your eyes are to be screened at least once a year. But you might be listening to QFM right now, enjoying your bank holiday, and you might be saying to yourself,
Self, I really should go and get my eye screen for true, you know. But what has happened when you go to the diabetes center to get your eye screen? Exactly what it does do?
Well, next you are going to hear from the lady who actually does the eye screenings at the diabetes center, going through the process with a patient.
Hi, I'm Renee, retinal technician at the Barbados Diabetes Foundation, and this is what I do. We're going to do 8 photos today.
Okay.
Those 8 photos are basically 4 photos per eye. And it's broken down into a photo of the disc, the center of the eye, the macula, and an anterior photo. Okay, so when the machine starts, you're going to see a green X. Focus on that X. The machine will do a quick countdown and you'll get a bright flash as if you were taking a normal photo.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start.
Okay, that's ready.
Okay, can you see the X?
Yes, please.
Okay, just focus on the X for me. Try not to blink. Bright flash. Good.
I just want to say it's a privilege to come in to the diabetes center to get my eyes checked. This is the first time I ever come to get my eyes checked, and I was really concerned about what I was going through and stuff, so I really wanted to get my eyes checked. I made sure everything was in order, and I appreciate the doctor to really take her time out to make this examination for today. Thanks.
Q family, that is how easy it is to get your eye screened at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Just call this number
243-3937.
Q family, you know who's coming up next? Dr. Diane Brathwaite, aka Dr. D. Last week, Dr. D talked about the importance of being intentional. You remember that? Well, this is part 2 today. And Dr. D would like to start out by wishing everyone happy Arabara Day. And this is from who, Dr. D?
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center for the Caribbean, and also from Team Alfonso and Team Dr. B. Well, we're a team together.
Neil Alfonso here. That's true, Dr. D. We're the team for truth.
Last week, we visited the topic of being intentional in terms of making changes for the new year. And in fact, just making changes to your life. You can be intentional at any point in time. You don't have to wait for a special occasion such as a change in year. We promised that we'd share what some of our intentional changes were going to be. I'm going to allow Alfonso to kick off with what his intentional changes were and how he survived the week doing it.
Well, why then, Dr. D? As I decided my intention was that I was going to air fry chicken. So instead of frying it in all that oil, I air fry piece of chicken and eat good.
Hey Alfonso, that's really interesting. And I think I learned something in the process just of actively being intentional. You can always build on the intention in different ways. So for example, how can you move to air frying, even more items that you're gonna eat if you like air fried products? And also how could you still be diverse and think about other interesting ways of cooking products that will still retain lots of flavor, but of course minimize your intake of fats, etc., intakes of calories. So my intentional change, well, not unsurprisingly, like most other people, was actually to eat healthier, but my way of doing that was going to be to stop buying food, stop buying quick fixes for meals, and to actually make sure that I cook what I call real food and whole food every day for myself.
So how did that go, Dr. D?
I think I did pretty well. What was surprising, I failed one day, and I'm so ashamed to tell you that day is today.
Oh dear. So what happened?
What happened was I didn't prep anything last night for myself today. Now, I'm not really a big eater. I eat lots of vegetables. I don't eat meat. So it should have been easy, but there are two things. We're being very honest in 2026 because we're all just human. We're all real. And it was a mix of being tired, but then I said to myself, it wasn't even just being tired because I'm tired a lot of other nights and I still managed to sort myself out and have something for the next day, whether it was, roasted vegetables, a little bit of sweet potato or a salad or something like that. But I was also a little bit kind of offset last night, and that on top of being tired, I was just like, I ain't cooking. I go to bed. And so that was the end of that. And so unfortunately, it meant that brunch / lunch was a peanut butter on cracker instead of the normal thing that I would try to eat.
Good dear. If I didn't know, I would have saved some of my air fried chicken for you.
It's also a learning curve just to show you that you may not succeed all the time, but you get right back on the train, figure out why it didn't work when it didn't work, and then see in future how you can correct it. I promised I'd share two intentions. So other than eating healthy by making sure I prep a small amount of food for myself for the next day, the other intention is making sure that I take the time to pray up myself / meditate every single day / morning. That's usually my best time is in the morning. So that's something that I'm going to work on so that hopefully I don't allow little things like mood and emotions to change my ability to take care of myself or to prepare food properly for myself or even to eat healthy for myself. For some people, emotions can be a trigger for unhealthy eating, and I'm very mindful that I became also even, I think, more aware of that in the week and the recent weeks as I started to think about what triggers my eating. A lot of the times is not actually hunger. There are times where it's just being tired, overworked, somebody upset you, lots of different triggers, and you have to actually sit down and think about what it is, and that way you can become more successful. I hope we've shared together something that can help you.
Thank you, Dr. D, Dr. Diane Raffet, for giving the Q family that healthy information on this Barbados Day. As we go into our Q song of the day, this is John King with a song specially for today, tribute to the skipper. Compliments the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, wishing all of their many friends and patients happy Barbados Day.
A former slave ship under the Union Jack Barbados sailed.
Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Exploitation still prevailed. 37 riots were burnt to prove that slavery done. And then there came a skipper back there in 61 who freely taught his crew and fed the little ones too. Intent to break every chain, he set out to sea again. All hands on deck.
Eat healthier.
Hail the skipper elect. All hands on deck. You got to show the skipper respect. He took over when the bridge was down. He took over Bridgetown on a smooth voyage. He took over the bridge. Take over the bridge, skipper. Take over the bridge. Take over the bridge. We know you can get it managed. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Eat healthier.
Under the Union Jack all the while he charted her course with joy for Independence Isle. Suddenly the shout came land ahoy. How well we will remember just how we disembarked in 66 November. He set up a great landmark and the Union Jack down it went. Opposed the broken trident and catching the rising tide. Sail with industry and pride. All hands on deck. Hail the skipper elect. All hands on deck. You got to show the skipper respect.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
My name is Dr. Michael. I live with type 2 diabetes. Well, when I first diagnosed with diabetes, I was going to 6 Rose Polyclinic and the doctor there tell me I got diabetes. Then a lady called me in the room and tell me your diabetes can be healed and all you have to do is eat the right thing and drink the right things. And then I had to go over to the hospital for a whole week every morning for 6 o'clock to see why your foot will not heal. The foot used to pain me morning when I could sleep, but I did not give up. If I did give up, I would be gone already. But I thank God that I got life, that I come here, the Diabetes Foundation, and this helped me with my feet covered no heal. You got certain things you got to drink, plenty water. Sometimes can't get in needle, can't take the sugar when your fingers cramp. Tell me you already drink coconut water, but I can't drink coconut water. If I drink coconut water, I can't get the bathroom fast. You don't call them people that got diabetes, or in lower it will happen to you. You don't call them no body sickness, nothing like that. You understand? Many days people tell me you will lose your feet. I will tell them I rebuke that. So when you have diabetes, you got not control it. I would like more help with diabetes and more help with circulation and things like that. People living with diabetes need more help. People out there to come around to people's houses and find out if they want help and anything like that. You understand? I will ask anybody that living with diabetes, please control it. Living with diabetes is not good because you can lose a limb and you could take a turn and you pass away. But I want to control mine, to know what to eat and know what to drink.
If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to QFM right now, Q stands for Quality Health Services at lower prices, which is what you will find at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center located in Warren, St. Michael. If you are looking for diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, podiatry, or nutritional advice, call 243-3937 or 417-0305 and make an appointment today. Don't miss next week when we will be dealing with more diabetic issues. Same Q time, same Q station. Compliments the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, and the Barbados Community Foundation.
If you or your loved one is impacted by diabetes and have questions, the Barbados Diabetes Foundation has the answers.
It's always easier to to reverse diabetes, certainly control it properly and avoid complications if you at least know that you have it.
But it's just again to re-emphasize the importance of good diabetic care. And diabetic care involves really almost every part of the body. So it's your feet, your heart. But again, we're coming back to what our main focus is at this time is the eye care.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren, St. Michael, is your source of diabetic care. You can reach them by calling 243-EYES, 243-3937 for more information.
1 in 3 adults with diabetes also has high blood pressure. Don't ignore it.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center,